So I'm going to try and slow down this intro today, guys. I always for some reason, I'm incapable of doing this intro slow. It's it's impossible. So I'm going to try to do it as slow as possible. Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. They're going to go out today, see if things came out today, see if things are on sale. See, even then, it's still tongue twistery. I don't know why I picked that as my intro. It's too tongue twistery for somebody that has speech problems that rolls all the words together, and it's always like that. But anyway, though, guys, gonna go out today and see what things came out today, see what things are on sale, like I was saying. But today, though, the new release-wise, the big things that were coming out today, pretty much the only main really big release coming out today was the film West Side Story. That one was coming out today, and I believe there's going to be a couple different exclusive releases for that one. I think so. Also, though, the new film Red Rocket, that releases today. That's from the guys that were behind the film The Florida Project and Tangerine. That comes out today, and I believe there's a couple other things as well, and I think there might be some indie horror stuff which should be in Walmart, so we'll see. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. And as always, too, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. And also, too, if you guys haven't had a chance to, be sure to check out the Indiegogo campaign for the new film that me and Lauren Francesca are co-directing together. We're just about to hit 45,000 on the campaign, which is so exciting. And thanks again, guys, for all the support on the project. We've added in a couple new perks on there as well, and I'll talk about that more as well as we're going into some of the stores and stuff. I'll let you guys know about some of the new ones that we've added, and we have one too you guys might be interested in. It's only available today, and I'll let you guys know about that too as we go throughout the video. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And like I was saying, guys, I want to let you guys know about the perks that were going on in the film. And first of all, like I was saying, thanks again for all the support in the film. Me and Lauren, appreciate it so much and are so excited to bring this film to life for you guys. This is one, I cannot wait to do this one. I really, really am so excited and absolutely have always wanted to do a Christmas horror movie. So this is one, I cannot wait to do this one. But right now, though, like I was saying, we have some special perks going on. I'm going to put links below to certain ones you can only get from certain links, and then some of them are public. But the one that we have going on right now, which is going to be available for 24 hours, which is the perk if you wanted to come out and act in the film, which is shooting April 21st to the 27th in the Los Angeles area. But the perk that we have half price today is the Squeaky, is the die in the film perk. So we have a perk if you were interested in coming out for the super gory death scene in the film. So these death scenes that we've done in the past are really, really crazy gore scenes. So if you guys are fans of stuff like that, we're only going to be doing that for 24 hours. That particular perk is going to be available for the half price one. And I'll have a link, like I said, for the campaign. You guys can see all these ones there. But we have some that you guys can only get privately. And I'll have those links as well, like the name a character one. If you wanted to name a character in the film, I have a half price link for that one. I also have a half price link that's going to be available 24 hours as well for the have a character say your name in the film, as well on this one. And also we added a brand new perk. There's only going to be one available for this. This one's going to be pretty fun. If you want to play the movie reviewer in the film, basically the movie's going to end this very meta thing involving a movie reviewer talking about the film. So that's one of the things that we're going to have available as well. And like I said, we're only going to have one of that particular perk. So if you guys wanted that one, there's only going to be one for that particular one available. But thanks again, guys, like I was saying, for all the support on the project. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions on the film too, I'm going to have a link for my Facebook, and you guys can contact me there as well. But now I'm going to head into Target. Like I said, guys, thanks again for the continued support, and really excited about this one. But we'll see, though, if anything is out. And the front over here, they've been kind of okay with changing stuff out. It's kind of very sporadic with, when they do and don't change the stuff here. Today, though, I don't know if they would switch it. Let's see. Oh, I am seeing some Matrix stuff here. So they actually do have new stuff out. So this, I didn't even actually get to see this last Tuesday because they didn't put out any of the new releases. So this is the exclusive Matrix one here. So it's a Blu-ray exclusive and has collectible cards. So it's one of those ones where you can kind of change out the character art cards in here of the different characters, I guess, and switch them to in the front on this one. And that was $26.99 for that one. And then, so it's the same price for each edition here, the standard Blu-ray and then this Target exclusive one. Other than that, though, here, I don't see, like I said, any of this week's releases with the stuff from last Tuesday. Let's see anything else here. Yeah, these were the same Easter kind of related stuff that they put in here last week. Let's check right here as well. But yeah, seems to be the same stuff here for the most part. But we'll go over to the actual section though. Fingers crossed they hopefully switched out all this stuff. But at least they have last Tuesday's stuff out there now though. But we shall see though. But in here though, it's kind of funny. Like they have like this everything is like wrong in the spot. So you see like Red Rocket. It would be here, but it's like Shop in the spot. Redeeming Love is one of the only new things. But everything is kind of in the wrong spaces. Like Proud Family. It's Back to the Future by mistake. So it's like Matrix. So like literally all these ones are totally wrong, like West Side Story is Batman. So it's almost like they just randomly put kind of like whatever in these spots and stuff here today, from what I can tell. Into Walmart we go. But we're going to take a look now and see, and I do see that there is a couple things over here. Everyone always mentions that I should, peek in these things. This is kind of random in here. This like slipcover, old slipcover, Terminator 2 one here. Is this, when did this one come? No, this says 2022 on this one, but it's a DVD one like this. This is really weird. I don't think I actually remember this one. No, I don't think I've actually seen this one before. So it's the old Extreme Edition one. I wonder if there's any more ones like this, because like I said, I don't really remember this. I don't see any other ones in here, but let's take a look over here now though. But yeah, that's interesting though. It's too bad they're not on Blu-rays with these, because I know they've done these in the past, but I feel like maybe I don't think they've done it for this one. Let's see though. I do see like a lot of empty spaces, but I do see the main things that came out today, and they luckily enough have out the exclusives. And is this a slipcover? I mean, is this a steelbook or no? It's just a slipcover on it. But this is a limited edition fabric poster. So it's some sort of a fabric poster included in here. I don't know. I guess it must be really small or something in there. That's interesting though. It's $32.99 for this one, and it has the only at Walmart sticker on the thing there. This is for the 4K version, and then the standard Blu-ray is $24.96. Then the DVD is $19.96. Other than that though, they do have the Redeeming Love movie here for $17.96 here. Let's see, what are these empty spots here? The Kingsman. I don't think these were any new ones. Let's check on this side here. This is very empty, so there's not much here. We are going to still go to the one other Walmart today as well, too. At least the TV's not on real loud today. Let's see, what is this movie? Project Gemini. This was today. I don't know anything about this one. So no, I don't know this movie. If you guys have seen this one, let me know, how this one was. But this one is $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD. Also, this one here called A Tale of Two Guns. This came out today as well. $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD. I don't know about this one. I don't really watch too many Western ones. I'm kind of like real picky with some of these ones. And then Vikings Season 6, Volume 2. That one came out today, and that one's on $19.96. But other than that, though, let's see. What was this one? Pilot Battle. That one doesn't seem to be here. But I don't think there's any other ones. And, this West Side Story one, I don't know. I'm not that interested in this one for some reason. I don't know if I mean, maybe sometime down the line I'll look at that, but not super excited for that, to be honest. Let's see. Anything else in here? Just trying to make sure I don't miss over everything, because sometimes there's just random things mixed in here, especially like in this spot. Like I said, we're still going to go to the other location too, just to see if there's anything else. But taking a look here, at first glance, I don't see anything else. Yeah, up here is where you could... Oh, no, they do have some other stuff here. They do have Red Rocket. Here they have the DVD for $12.96, and then they have Dream a Little Dream for only $12.96 for the Blu-ray. And this is one that came out today, too, I think, called Demonic for $9.96, and then Beneath the Surface for $9.96. I think this might have been either this week or a week or so back, and I haven't seen them until now, though. So that's cool, though. They do have those other ones as well, but we will go to another location. But I don't see, like I said, I don't see any more of these interesting ones with these VHS slipcovers, because this is very cool, because it says 2022, so it's obviously a new one. So I don't know if, like I said, if there's any other ones. This is a pretty fun movie too, this Psycho Gorman one in here. So there definitely seems to be some interesting different stuff in here. Let's just check to make sure those slipcover ones are not some other place in here, because see, in these kind of random places is where sometimes they would put these kind of ones, like usually on these end caps, like right here is where if they would have, oh no, so this is one of the things that came out today, and it's like randomly in this spot, the Proud Family. the complete series here, and I'm glad that we're still seeing Disney putting out physical copies of stuff. I'm hoping they start doing that from their exclusive Disney Plus stuff at some point. I feel like what they're going to do is wait till the show has gotten old enough where they feel like people have watched it already, and then they'll probably do it. But no, they used to have some movies over there in that spot, but I don't see them anymore. So no, it doesn't look like they have any more of those ones as far as I can tell, those new slipcover ones. Into the second Walmart we go. But yeah, we'll take a look here though and I see, you know, the West Side Story one right here, the same ones that we saw in the other location. I'm trying to see if there's anything else different mixed in here though that they didn't have in the other location. I do see Project Gemini. It seems to be all the same stuff here. Let's see if there's anything else mixed in down here. I'm gonna see if they have the other stuff that was locked up in the box, locked up in the case in the other one. This one, I don't remember seeing this collection here, this Trap 3-movie collection here, which has like the Girl in the Bunker, Girl in the Box, and Girl in the Basement. And what's funny is I don't even think that they actually released some of these ones separately. I think Girl in the Box was the only one they actually had separately originally. Let's see though, anything new here. Oh, this is one of the ones that came out today, and I have a review of this at the end of this video. This one called 645. This one was actually really, really good. I was actually really surprised with this one. I definitely recommend you guys check that one out. That was a really pretty good, kind of like Groundhog Day kind of horror movie about this couple that goes to this weird island and they keep getting killed every day again and again, and that was really good. The other one here, Pinocchio, true story. This one came out today with Pauly Shore and John Hader and John Kenny doing voices. For the Love of Money, this one released today as well. Let's see some of the other new stuff up here. There's this one called Sin Eater. I don't know anything about this. Indican Pictures is a Bill Moseley movie. It looks like Bill Moseley. Yeah, I have to read about this one. I might get this one. I'm going to read about see what this one is. Other than that, though, let's see any of the other new things, and like especially the stuff that I saw in the other location. They have like a Barbie thing here, which might have been new. I'm not seeing anything else new here down this spot, but let's see over here. I think there's a couple things over here. National Champions was last Tuesday. Invincible was last Tuesday, but they do have Dream a Little Dream, and this is a great price, only $12.99 for this one. And this is a great one of those body swap movies, and if you guys have never seen this one, this is like an absolute must-watch movie. But it is so cool seeing these Vestron video ones in Walmart, and for such a great price, because like I said, $12.99 is an amazing price for that. And then Red Rocket came out today as well, and this was a really great movie. I would definitely recommend you guys check this out. It looks like they only carry the DVD, but there is a Blu-ray of that one as well. Also, though, this one here, Beneath the Surface, this one came out today as well. And this is one I'm definitely interested in seeing. I always like these like shark films and everything. And this one, I really want to watch this, but I feel like there might have been a Blu-ray of this. I'm going to look this up to see. If there is, I'm going to order this. This is from the director of District 9. This movie looked really interesting. It could possibly have a Blu-ray of this one, maybe at Walmart might carry this one, but this is one I was really interested in seeing. It looked like a very interesting film. But yeah, I'm going to definitely see if there's a Blu-ray of this one or not, because this is one I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, because it looked interesting from the trailer. He definitely doesn't have as much budget to work with as his past movies, but it looked like an interesting one. Like I said, I'm going to look that one up. Other than that, though, I don't see anything else new mixed in here. Crow Valley, that could have been this week, but I feel like that might have been actually like a week or two ago. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. This is an interesting one here, the Steven Seagal collection here in this clear case from Echo Bridge. I've never seen this edition, especially in a clear case like that. But other than that, though, just trying to make sure, like I said, I don't miss anything mixed in here. But no, it seems like that's all the main ones, but I'm gonna look up that Sin Eater one though. It's funny, like randomly over here too, I spotted this one, and I don't even think this one's out yet, or it might have just came out today, because I just got a copy of this one to review called On the Third Day. But that's one of the other new ones that's new, and it's like randomly over here. And then I noticed these two random ones that I've never seen before, these 90s rom-com favorites. I know I don't remember ever seeing this one. It has Beautiful Girls, Boomerang, Runaway Bride, and Sabrina. And this one from the 2000s that has Serendipity, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Failure to Launch, and The Prince and Me. Like I said, I definitely do not remember these particular collection ones here, but I did look up though the the demonic one though, and there is a Blu-ray of this one. It doesn't look like it's going to be in any stores anywhere, but I'm probably going to order that off of Amazon because, like I said, it looked interesting to me from the trailer. Into Best Buy we go. And when I was mentioning too about all the different new perks that I had added up on, you know, the campaign and everything, the one that I forgot to mention too was a new one we have on there, which was have your YouTube channel in the film. There's going to be a scene in the movie when one of the characters is going through some online stuff, and he's going to be going through some YouTube channels. So that's one of the new ones that we added up as well. So that one's on the campaign, and like I said, I'm going to have links for all these specific ones, like the one that's the half price if you weren't interested in coming out and getting killed in the film, having like a crazy death scene. That one, I'm going to have the link below for that one, and I'll have a link below too for the half price ones that I was mentioning, like the half price say your name in the film and that type of stuff as well. I'll have all that in the description as well. The main link though, when it says Help Out Mistletoe Massacre, that one right now though will lead to where you guys can get the private perks for the Die in the Film one. But now we're going to head into Best Buy and we'll see what they have in there. But we're going to head back though and see, you know, what they have in here today. And like I said, I don't think they're going to have that demonic movie because I was looking it up and it didn't look like it was in store. So I'm probably going to end up having to order that one online. But it did look interesting though. But let's see though, anything new here. Anything new right here. It looks like all the same stuff right here. Let's take a look on the other side. You always have to check here too, because I've noticed they've been starting to put some of the newer things randomly right here. So if you don't check, you might miss them. Oh, but they do have one of the West Side Story Steelbook. So I thought that there was something exclusive for this one here. And that one's $34.99 for that one here. So here's a look, though, inside at the artwork inside of the steelbook here. So that's a pretty cool steelbook. Like I said, this wasn't one that I was that interested in seeing, to be honest. And then it's $29.99 for the standard 4K, $24.99 for the Blu-ray. Let's just make sure there's nothing else mixed in right here in this spot. Not as far as I can tell. Let's take a look over here. So they have the Matrix one collection from last Tuesday. There's a lot of empty stuff here. So let's see, West Side Stories, Enchanto. But I'm not noticing anything else right here. I'm just trying to make sure they don't randomly have that demonic movie. This is something new here. I think this must have been this week. This one here, this is kind of cool. The Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's in this, what is this? It's like a small, like thin kind of case thing. See, you guys can see it's like almost like a little mini steelbook. What the hell kind of steelbook? So it says, what is that thing? So it has 4 HD mini mini steelbook with a digital code. They did mini steelbooks like this, I remember, at Comic-Con for some movie at one point, but that's kind of cool. It's like a weird little mini steelbook that's included in there. And then they do have a Red Rocket here as well. So if you guys are looking for the Blu-ray copy of this one, it's $14.99. You guys get the Blu-ray of the one in Best Buy. Other than that, though, let's see. But like I said, this is a pretty cool one, this new edition. That's $39.99 for that one. And I think Supergirl was last Tuesday. But then this is one of the other ones that was out today, The Boy Behind the Door. And that one's $14.99 for that one. That was one of the other ones that released. But other than that, it's too bad they don't have that demonic movie. I would have got it, like I said, but I would rather get the Blu-ray of that than the DVD of it. Like, to me, like, if a movie's only on DVD, I'll get the DVD. But if there's a Blu-ray, I'm like 95% of the time going to get the Blu-ray of it. But other than that, though, as far as I can tell, that seems to be all the main different things here today. Doesn't look like there's anything else different here as far as I can tell, though. So anyway, though, guys, that's all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know, anything new on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K that you guys ended up picking up today. Also, let me know too anything new that you guys have watched on streaming, or any new movies that you've seen in the theaters, or TV shows, or anything like that that you guys have been watching. I did watch a movie that people have mentioned to me a lot in the past, and it was one of those movies that I felt really bad for the movie because it kind of like got dumped out, and like I feel like hardly anyone saw it. There's a movie called The Empty Man, and I watched it, like I think it was on Cinemax. I looked at it, and it doesn't even have an actual physical release. The only way you can get a physical copies of it is if you buy the disc from Redbox. That's the only way to get it. But or you can watch it on streaming though. But that one was surprisingly really good. Like it's one of those movies, like the first thing in a while that I kept on thinking about it. and it was like trippy and weird, and I wish I would have seen it earlier because I really liked that one. So that was one of the ones that was new that that I checked out recently. But also, like I said too, let me know anything what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed as well at the end of this video, and if you guys plan on picking any of them up. And also too, thanks, like I said, thanks again for all the support on me and Lauren's new film. I really appreciate it so much. And if any of you guys had any questions on the film or any of the perks and stuff like that, let me know for sure. You guys can send me a message, but definitely would be awesome to work with some of you guys if any of you were interested in coming out for any of the acting perks. And like I said, we have the special one that's only 24 hours I'm going to do for the half price on the, you know, get killed in the movie, like for the super gory death scene in this one. And any of you who are interested in coming out, like I said, it's going to be in the Los Angeles area. April 21st to the 27th is when we're going to be shooting. But now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Universal, and this is one I was really looking forward to seeing because I really liked the first movie a lot, and this one here is Sing 2. And the first movie, I kind of like forgot some of what happened on it, but from what I can remember, it was like kind of like this competition, kind of singing competition. And like the building was like in trouble, I believe, and they were trying to like raise money to keep it going and stuff like that. But the new movie is basically though about the you know what happened in the first movie, and the building had kind of like been saved, and it kind of became like a bigger you know building where they do these performances and stuff like that. But now though, this whole group that does these kind of you know variety kind of act shows in this building, they kind of want to try and like branch off and do like a bigger kind of show. And there's this kind of thing where they can go and audition for it, and there's a talent scout that comes to see them, and the talent scout leaves halfway through the show, and the head of the show, basically, he can't, you know, does not like that has happened, and he wants to prove to that person that they can do it. So basically, they end up going, even though they weren't invited to this competition, you know, because they were basically looked at to see if they could go to the competition by the talent scout, and they were, you know, not approved to go. Even though they weren't approved to go, they still want to do it. So basically, they end up sneaking there to go to this competition. And right when they get there, though, this is like right in the beginning of the movie, though. Essentially, though, the person who's running this competition sees them and is like, "Oh, you guys are kind of interesting." And then they hear them mention some act. I think it was Clay Calloway, and basically though the person hears this and was like, "Oh, you know Clay Calloway? You could get Clay Calloway." And basically though, this band is like going to go ahead if they can get this person. So it becomes this whole big thing of them having to try and figure out how they're going to get this person into their group so they can actually become like a star into this big competition and stuff like that. It's an interesting kind of film. Like I said, I didn't love it as much as I liked the first movie, but I still thought it was a fun movie. This one has on there here though 2 mini movies on here. It also has a super sing along. It has outtakes, how to draw, how to dance, and more featurettes on this one here. The next one here, this is from Universal as well. This is a movie here called Redeeming Love. And this movie here is basically, though, it's kind of about this woman. It kind of like flashes back and forth at different times, and it's basically kind of showing how her, you know, she ended up basically being a prostitute back in the days. And this was, you know, in 1850, you know, in the Old West time and everything. And basically she's in this cat house, and it kind of flashes back to what had happened to her when she was younger and how she ended up in this situation. And basically though, she's pretty much trapped in this situation of this cat house where she can't leave, and she, you know, basically is very, you know, popular there and everything, but she can't get away from this, and if she tries to leave, it becomes this whole big thing. And she ends up meeting this one guy there that she likes, but that whole thing is basically frowned upon as well because of what her profession is, and it becomes this whole thing about her trying to get away with this guy and trying, like I said, trying to get away from the life that she has. It's a really, really well done, a sad film here. This one has on here though, feature-wise, it has deleted scenes, casting Redeeming Love, and then it has from the author Francine Rivers featurette on this one here as well. The next one here, this is from Lionsgate. This is a movie here called Invincible. And this is one too, I was really interested in watching this too because Sally Kirkland is in this movie, and I just worked with Sally Kirkland on the movie that I directed with Lauren Francesca called Woods Witch, and she has a really, really fun role in the movie. She's actually going to be in the new film that I'm going to be doing, Mistletoe Massacre, as well. So I was really looking forward to seeing this, to see her role in this movie, and I thought she was great. And basically, though, this movie is about like one of those kind of things about the soldier that has like something done to him, and he basically becomes invincible. And if he gets shot, he, you know, basically heals himself, kind of like the Terminator type thing, you know, like where it's basically like nothing can take this guy down, and it basically becomes this soldier, and it becomes people who are trying to come after the soldier, you know, who it basically, like I said, becomes totally unstoppable and stuff like that. It's a really intense, crazy movie. It has in here though Michael Parry's in the movie as well, but like if you guys like those kind of movies, like basically about someone that cannot be stopped, this is an interesting movie here. The other one here that's from Lionsgate as well And the people that made this one, the producers made The Big Trip and The Big Trip 2, which I think I remember reviewing those ones because Pauly Shore, did, I think Pauly Shore and John Heder were in both of those ones as well doing voices. But this one here is Pinocchio, A True Story. And this is kind of a different take on the Pinocchio story about Pinocchio. And, it basically, the similar story, but a little bit different, and about him going to, to the circus, but then he kind of finds out that the circus has, robberies that are going on there. It's kind of a front cover-up whole thing. But it's the same story, too, about him wanting to try and become a real boy as well. But I always love, having Pauly, stuff with Pauly Shore and John Heder. Like, I've been a fan of them forever. So they actually do a really good job doing voices in these movies, I think. Because, like I said, they did the Big Trip ones. And there's a handful of ones that they've done that Lionsgate has released. And also Tom Kenny, of course, the voice of SpongeBob. He's in this one. I don't think Tom Kenny did voices in the other ones, as far as I can remember, though. Like I said, that was this one that you guys know that this one was available from Lionsgate. The next one here is one I want to let you guys know is available as well, and this is from Paramount, and this is the brand new 4K Ultra HD collection here, and this is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Godfather trilogy here, and this one has, like I said, the trilogy of the films in here, and I'll show you guys, though, how this one looks and the case and everything here. So basically, though, this one here, it has, each of the films, The Godfather, and I'll show you guys a look inside. It's in these, like, thin kind of cases here. And then it has the digital codes for all of the movies here, as well. So here's the first Godfather, and then, The Godfather Part 2 here as well, and then The Godfather Coda. This is the newer version of the movie, like the newer cut of the film. And then the bonus disc here as well, which has The Godfather Part 3, and this one has the theatrical cut as well. So it does include the theatrical cut of the film as well, because that was they just released this newer version of Part 3. So for those of you who are wondering, that one is included in here as well, the new one, as was the original cut of Part 3. But on here, though, feature-wise, it has on here, though, Full Circle, Preserving the Godfather. It has a brand new retrospective on here, capturing the cult Kerners through the lens of photographer Steve Sapiro. The Godfather Home Movies on here, restoration comparison on here. And it has some archival features on here, like introduction to Francis from Francis Ford Coppola on here, the making of The Godfather, additional scenes, filming locations on here, The Godfather on the red carpet, 4 short films on the Godfather. So lots and lots of features on here for this one. Like I said, one of you guys know this one was available. If you guys are a fan of the Godfather films, they're now available for the first time on 4K. The next one here is a movie here. This is really interesting. This is from RLJ Entertainment, and this is a Shudder original film. This is one here called The Boy Behind the Door, and this is basically, though, about these 2 kids that end up getting, like, I can't remember where they were. Were they out in the woods? I think it was the woods, and they end up getting kidnapped. And basically, though, they end up getting kidnapped and taken to this weird house out in the middle of nowhere. And then the one kid ends up basically getting trapped in there. The other kid ends up getting free. And it becomes this whole big thing about him trying to get away, figuring out how he's going to help his friend and everything. It's a very, very intense movie. It kind of has, like, the vibe a little bit. It was making me think of, it's not like that at all, like the way the movie plays out, because that movie was kind of over the top and stuff, but it made me think of, like, People Under the Stairs a little bit, like the idea of, like, being trapped in a house with these people in there, because, like, People Under the Stairs had that kind of vibe when the one kid was trying to get away and stuff. It was, like, really, I don't know, that always creeped me out, that aspect of it, that, trying to escape in that movie. And this kind of has that similar sort of feel to it, where it's just this, like, really, terrible feeling that just keeps getting worse and worse as this goes along for what's going on in this movie. It's a really, really intense film. This one has on here, though, The Boy Behind the Door music video, as well as bloopers on this one. The next one here is another one here, which is from RLJ Entertainment, and this is also from IFC Films. And this is a movie here called John and the Hole here, and this one has, Michael C. Hall in the film. And this is basically, though, this is a crazy movie. This is about this kid who, like, it's kind of one of those things. It was making me think of the movie House Arrest, when the kid, like, was really upset about, like, his family, and he, like, locked the parents in the basement and, like, forced them to try and get it, work out their problems and everything. This is basically, though, about this kid that ends up putting, his family into this hole, in the ground. And it basically becomes, this whole weird thing, and like when he's doing that, and then what he does when they're trapped down there, and he kind of like, it's one of those this crazy kind of movies about why is this kid doing this and what exactly is going on, and it basically just gets more and more insane as this goes along. It's a really, really well acted, slow burn movie though, about this just crazy kid and like why he's doing this and what he's doing to his family and stuff. But it's a really, really well done movie. The next one here, this is from moviezing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. And this one now available for the first time on Blu-ray. I don't think that any of the seasons of this show were ever on Blu-ray before. And this is a show, it kind of has a vibe of like, it's not shot exactly the same way though, but it has like a feeling of like Reno 911. And if you guys like stuff like that, I'd say this is a similar kind of show. And especially if you guys like cop shows, this is kind of like, in a way too, sort of a spoof on those in some ways too. And this is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the complete series here. Now this is a show I have not seen, all the episodes of this one at all. I've seen selective episodes throughout the years. I used to see this one a lot at the gym, on the TV and stuff like that. That was where I used to see most of them. So throughout the years, though, I've definitely seen a handful of them. But like, as far as I know, I do not believe this has ever been released on Blu-ray before. But this one has the entire series here, and it also includes deleted scenes on here, Get Your Cop On and The Squad featurette on here. But it includes all 153 episodes of the show. And I'll show you guys, though, a quick look at the discs here as well. So you have season 1 here, and then you have season 2. Let me just put these ones back in here. And then we have, let's see, and then season 3 here. Like I said, and I don't know, I believe all these have been available, were available, single releases. And I think you guys can actually get these ones, separate as well from what I saw online. Season 5 here, and then, season 6. And I always love these complete series of shows. I don't know, I always like these kind of sets here, because too, it's like a cool thing, just the idea of like having all the episodes together in a thing like this. So I always love, complete series sets of shows. But like I said, definitely want to let you guys know this one was available if you guys were a fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The show is now available in a complete series set on Blu-ray. And the next one I got here is from Mill Creek, and this is one I was really looking forward to seeing. This is one, too, this is a film that was crowdfunded. So it was done, I think it was on Indiegogo's where they crowdfunded it, and that's how I've done a lot of, funding for the films that I've directed. So I was definitely interested in watching this, because a lot of people who are, involved in this that I knew or have, been involved in the projects that I've done. And this is a movie here called 13 Fanboy. And this one has in here, Dee Wallace is in here, Corey Feldman's in the movie, Kane Hodder has a cameo in here. And basically, though, this is kind of like it's kind of like everyone that was involved in the Friday the 13th films. It's basically like actors from those films are starting to get killed off one by one. And it's kind of like it's looking as if it's a fan of these movies, and it's like some crazed fan. So it's basically like trying to figure out exactly who is this person, and like different horror celebrities. It's not just everyone from Friday the 13th too. It's other people from some horror films as well, but mainly for the most part, they're targeting people from the Friday the 13th series. So if you guys like this stuff that's very, very meta too, like, super meta with like Kane Hodder playing a version of himself and stuff like that. I always like that kind of stuff. Like that was probably my favorite stuff in here, was the convention stuff. I honestly, secretly wish the movie was changed around a little bit, where if I was doing this, I would have made way more of the movie at the convention, because I felt like that was where they had more moments for like interesting kills and stuff like that, as if they had it like at the I don't know. To me, I would have changed it to be a little bit more of that, because it plays out where it's almost like two movies in a sense, where it's like the beginning of the movie and then it becomes almost, it's very long too. So it's like, and it's now in 39 minutes, but it just seems a little long, but it just, basically, I feel like it gets to the other story of Dee Wallace's character more. And it seems like the other stuff was like almost like another movie. And it's hard to explain, but I do wish it was just a little bit more of the convention stuff. But overall, I did really like it. It's a fun slasher throwback movie. Like I said, this one here is called 13 Fanboy. The other one here that's from Mill Creek is one I want to let you guys know is available as well. This is one here called Puppy Love. And this is a new movie which stars Dean Cain and Tara Reid here. Like I said, just wanted you guys to know that this one was available. The other one here, though, this is from Wellgo USA, and I really like this one here. This one has Augie Duke in this film, and that's someone that I would love to work with in the future. I think I talked to her about some of my past films, but she's a really great actress and did a really great job in this movie. It's a film here called 645, and I like this movie. I like these kind of movies that deal with like Groundhog Day, and this one too had like I was kind of thinking too, like, what what is going to be the meaning of what all this is by the end of it and everything. And it was a very sad, but it was, really well thought out, I thought, this whole movie. But basically it's about a group of people that come to this island, and I like movies too that deal with like going to islands and stuff. I always think of, like, when I think of going to islands, the ultimate one I think of is The Wicker Man, like the idea of like getting this island in the middle of nowhere and kind of getting stuck there. Another one too is Dagon, is another great movie, like getting stuck on a weird island. But this is basically this couple that goes to this island, and it's like, what I gave them a lot of credit for too was they did an amazing job in this movie making the island seem extremely empty and not like messing up where you like saw anyone walking around or anything like that. It has this real like vibe like hell a little bit because there's like nothing around. I don't know. I like that aspect of it. They did a really good job of making this seem very like desolate. And basically, though, they get to this island, the owner of the hotel that they're at, the bed and breakfast, is really strange. And basically, though, what was creeping me out too was, the killer in this too is really weird. It's like this dead-eyed kind of strange thing. Almost looks like that mask back in the day, or that, I don't know if you guys remember, back in the day in Halloween shops, they would have like this sort of stereotypical cut-off head of like this guy's cut-off head. And I remember, like, this is back when I was a kid. It was like this weird bald guy with a cut-off head, and like the killer in this was reminding me of that Halloween store bald guy cut-off head thing, and it was creeping me out because I remember as a kid that head like used to creep me out. But basically, though, they get to this island and they're out, doing things for the day and everything, and then they end up getting killed. And you see like that the weird guy slice the one's throat, and then he dies, and then they wake back up, and it's the same day again, and it's 6:45. So every day they're waking up in a time loop, 6:45 a.m., getting killed, the same exact thing. And basically they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And only he remembered. No, was I blacking out? No, it was, why am I mixing it up of who remembers? I think it was only one of them remembers. Why that I can't remember right now. If it was one or two of them remembers that, I don't know why I forgot that aspect. But I really, really like this movie a lot, though. Highly recommend you guys check this out. Really, really well done. And like I said, I watch a lot of stuff. Not much stuff really resonates to me that I find myself thinking about it. That was one that it really did. This is another one here. This is from Synapse Films, which I'm glad is finally available on Blu-ray. I always like this movie, and this is one of those movies too. When it comes to like revenge movies, this is like probably one of the most intense revenge films there ever was. And like I was always surprised they never like tried to remake this movie. And it's a movie here called Thriller: A Cruel Picture. And I used to, is another title for it might have been, the other one was They Call Her One Eye. That was like the cut version of the film. But this one this is basically though about this woman who's going and getting revenge for what had happened to her when she was a kid, and she's going after these guys and stuff like that. And she, of course, like what happened to her eye, and she wears this eye patch. But it is an intense, absolutely intense revenge film. Kind of has a vibe a little bit too of like the violent level of like a Spit on Your Grave kind of thing. But really great movie. And this is, the restored version of the film. So it has the uncut and restored version. It does include, though, the DVD version. So this is the old original DVD from years and years ago. I remember having this one. I still do have this one. And this is the cut version. Because I think they had, back in the day, I remember buying this movie at Borders Books, because Borders Books used to always carry, like, they had a section of cult films, and I think they had, like, the uncut version, and they had, like, the censored version of the movie, as far as I can remember. But this one has on here, though, original Swedish language version with newly translated optional English subtitles, alternate English dub soundtrack with optional English subtitles, multiple still galleries on here. It has theatrical trailers and TV spot outtakes, alternate harbor fight sequences on here, a thriller, cruel lab mistake, rare photos, an unseen fight sequence which was ruined from ruined by lab during the production, thriller, the story and pictures on here on this one. But like I said, if you guys have not seen this movie, this is definitely a must-watch revenge film. And the next ones here are ones I just want you guys know are available, and they're both from Eureka Entertainment. The first one here is a Skinny Tiger and the Fat Dragon film here. And this one, it has on here the original Cantonese mono audio on here, English dub on here. It has the new feature-length commentary track on here with Asian cinema expert Frank Dejing on here. as well as martial arts artist on here, Robert Bobby Samuels, a new feature-length commentary track on here with action cinema experts on this one, commentary track with an interview on here with one of the stuntmen, archiver interview on here with the director, and then I'll show you guys a little look inside here as well. But there's a booklet in here which has some pictures from the production and stuff about the film as well. And then the last one here is from Eureka Entertainment as well. And this one here is one called the Indian Tomb. And this is from the Masters of Cinema series. Like I said, it's called the Indian Tomb. And this has the Mission of Yorgi and the Tiger and I do not know how to say that word. But this one has on here, though, special 2-disc Blu-ray. And then it has both of the films on here. And then it has optional English subtitles on here. It has turbines over Waltersdorf, I believe. A video essay on here. And it also has, though, a booklet in here, as well as stuff about the production, poster artwork, and stuff like that, as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.